back here with us on Times Now. Viewers, if you are one of those who takes cab on a frequent basis, then be ready to shell out more money from your pocket. The union government has introduced some new rules for cab aggregators, under which cab companies can impose a in fact, surge pricing of up to 2 times of the base fare, that too during the peak hours. Further, in a bid to stop cab companies from using discounts to undercut each other, base fare rules have also been set very, very carefully. So in simple words, there is a lower limit in non-peak hours or non-rush hours, and there is an upper limit for surge pricing during the peak hours. No cab aggregator can reduce the fare below 50% of the base fare during the non-peak hours or non-rush hours. As far as fines for cancellations are concerned, now they've been set at 10% of the base fare or up to a maximum of 100 rupees, which simply means that if the driver cancels the ride, then it's the driver who will have to pay. And if the passenger cancels the ride for a specified reason, then the passenger will have to bear this cancellation charge. Now, the states have been ordered to set a base fare for cabs within the time period of 3 months. Now, within 3 months, these new rules are going to be kicking in. In fact, in almost every scenario, it is the customer which will have to end up paying more for the ride, is what we can tell you. And this decision has now drawn mixed reactions from the public. Listen in to what the Janta has to say. Let's now show you what exactly, in fact, is the new rule as far as these Ola and Ubers and Rapidos are concerned. Let's go to the other graphics and then we'll come to this one as to what really changes. First, let's explain to you the policy here. What exactly is the policy? So, dear commuters, there are these new rules for those who use Ola, Uber, Rapido frequently. During the peak hours, viewers, there's going to be surge pricing that has now been allowed on the base fare. Basically, twice the base fare is something that is allowed as far as surge pricing is concerned. Currently, it is 1.5 times. But we don't really know. There isn't a lot of transparency when it comes to setting the base fare. So, that is something that the government has tried to streamline, is the view of the government. Now, when it comes to non-rush hours, fares can't be less than 50% of base fare. Now, this is being done to protect these cab aggregators, the cab companies as well. So, simply put, there is a lower limit and there is an upper limit. Lower limit for the non-rush hours, upper limit, in fact, for the rush hours. Let's now listen in to what the people have to
say. Frankly, it was needed long time back, because recently also we have been seeing these apps like Ola, Uber, they have been hiking the prices so up. A normal person who actually wishes to take a taxi and who cannot afford his own car is actually unable to afford even the taxi services. So I think this is really a good initiative from the government.
I think it was a long needed one, because when there are rides which are for a shorter distance, due to the price hike, people always had to pay a lot because they had no other option. But now with this, by putting a cap, it's okay, because now the consumer can use it and not feel that, oh, I'm paying 300 for a 3-kilometer distance. So I think that's a good initiative by the government. It helps the consumers.
Customers का फायदा लॉन्ग डिस्टेंस के लिए बेनिफिशियल है, बट शॉर्ट डिस्टेंस के लिए मे बी नॉट, क्योंकि मोस्ट ऑफ लोग प्रीफर ही इतना करते कि शॉर्ट डिस्टेंस के लिए कोई ट्राई नहीं करता ओला वगैरह, तो वो ज़्यादा हो जाता है मैक्सिमम. तो मोस्ट ऑफ लोग टैक्सी प्रीफर करते हैं, ओला से बेटर है.
नहीं, अभी जो ओला उबर के लिए जो इन्होंने सरकार ने नया गाइडलाइन लाया, वो तो मिला जुला के काफ़ी हद तक अच्छा ही है, क्योंकि दोनों तरफ के लोगों को लाभ होगा, तो उसमें कोई समस्या तो आनी ही नहीं चाहिए. क्योंकि पहले पीक आवर्स में जो डबल टिबल रेट, फिर उसके बाद इसमें लोग क्या करते थे कि भाई चलो हमने बुक कर लिया, बुक करने के बाद में फिर कैंसिल कर दो, किधर सस्ता दिखा तो उससे कैंसिल कर दो, तो वो सब से तो छुटकारा मिल जाएगा. तो अगर दोनों जन को देख के अगर बैलेंस बना के चल रहे तो बहुत ही अच्छा पॉलिसी लाया है.
I will more suggest public transport, because that's very cheap and very budget friendly for travelers like me and others. But Uber is very more cashier, and I don't think that's very worthful for hours like transport, like travelers.
Do you also think the same? Yes, it's pretty expensive, and I prefer to travel in public transport because it's expensive for the middle classes. Therefore, I will prefer to travel in normal auto or public transport.
Let's now go across to my colleague Kritika joining us on the broadcast for more on this. Kritika, how has been the reaction of the people from the national capital? Because this would clearly mean during peak hours, we'll have to pay more.
Well, absolutely. And in fact, in the National Capital Region as well, in Gurgaon, already a lot of people took to social media to complain about how whenever it is the time to book their cabs for offices, if suppose it is at 9 a.m., that is when the surge hits. Prices rise up from 100 to anywhere till 500 as well. And this is for a normal trip for 7 kilometers, 8 kilometers in many instances as well. That was the effect of surge that they're dealing with. So in that aspect, when now this new regulation will finally be implemented by the state, the fare would be able to be regulated by only 2x. So if your initial fare is 100, it will only rise till 200. That will be the cap. If it is 200, then 400 will be the maximum. However, right now, because of market forces, the surge could have gone up to as high as possible. However, there is also a section on social media reactions that we're also tracking in person while we're speaking to people, is also why can't the government get rid of surge pricing itself? Why can't it just be a supply and demand initiative? And for this, the government stance is always that the idea is to first safeguard consumers from any sort of overburdening due to surge pricing, as well as due to an extended travel hour because of traffic. And the other is also to ensure that because of the surge pricing, in order to deal with it, no other competitor as far as the cab aggregator field is concerned will be able to undercut others by offering steep discounts. So in order to ensure a fair competitive market as well, this is in fact the guideline by which these two rules have come in. But of course, the initial reaction has been mixed. People are also, as we were hearing earlier, we're also talking about how maybe this just points out to how we should also rely on public transport more. But the larger point is also people are still questioning the surge. Remember earlier as well, it was up till 1.5. Now it is at 2. We will have to still wait and see what the base fare will be, because a lot of states have not made their base fares public. For this also, the new guidelines that have come out by the Transport and Road Ministry as well pertains to how the states have to now notify this, or the aggregator can themselves notify their base fare rate, which is the per kilometer fare rate, to the aggregators, which will also be flashed. So if that information the consumer has, if they know at the time of booking their cabs what the actual price for that hour is, and whether or not it is going according to the surge, according to the new guidelines, only 2x, or they can also plan it better, because there is another provision also now.
Kritika, all this looks really good and proper on paper, but the question is, who is going to ensure, who is going to monitor these cab aggregators and ensure that when it comes to surge pricing during peak hours, it is in fact restricted to 2 times the base fare? Is there any kind of redressal mechanism that's going to be there for the consumers?
So currently, these are the guidelines that have only been made public, which pertains to a very aggregator-consumer relationship, and the state has a role to implement these guidelines and also to work on it, as we were speaking earlier about the base fare is concerned. So far, in form of redressal, we have seen the Competition Commission also multiple times step in. Earlier also, we had seen even Minister for Consumer Affairs, Prahlad Joshi, speak about how advanced tipping is something that the ministry is looking into as far as aggregators like Uber, Ola and Rapido are concerned, this new form of tipping in advance so that the ride gets booked quicker. So definitely mechanism of this sort will also be implemented. But right now, the bigger question is whether the base fare have been made public for all states or not, because it differs from city to city as well.
Absolutely, and that's what this new policy mentions, that states will have to, give us the base fare, and if states don't, then the companies, the cab aggregators here will have to publish the base fare so that there is enough transparency. Thank you very much, Kritika, for the moment, for joining us with your inputs. We also have a reaction coming in from MOS Road Transport and Highways, Harsh Malhotra. Let's listen in.
The centre has issued guidelines for cab aggregators, raising the peak hour tariff by 2 times. To speak more on this and why this decision has been taken, we have Minister of State for Transport, Mr. Harsh Malhotra. Sir, जिस तरीके की गाइडलाइंस हम देख रहे हैं कैब एग्रीगेटर के लिए, कहा गया है पहले 1.5% आप हाइक कर सकते थे, अब 2 टाइम्स आप हाइक कर सकते हो पीक आवर्स में, तो वो एक लिमिट भी लगाई गई है। पर आपको लगता है कि ये 0.5% का हाइक किस तरीके से जस्टिफाई हो रहा है, और क्या इसके पीछे अंडरस्टैंडिंग रही इन गाइडलाइंस के?
इन गाइडलाइंस की बहुत समय से ज़रूरत महसूस हो रही थी। कई बार कुछ कंप्लेंट्स रहती थी कि जो कैब्स वाले लोग हैं वो लोग मनमानी करते थे। बारिश हो गई तो उसमें 4 टाइम्स 5 टाइम्स उनका रेट बढ़ जाया करता था। तो पहले भी प्रोविज़न फॉर 1.5% हाइक का था, लेकिन वो एडहियर नहीं करते थे। अभी दोगुना या डबल हाइक की बात की है पीक आवर्स में, और उसको एडहियर किया जाएगा, और अगर नहीं होगा, कोई कंप्लेंट होगी तो उस पर पेनल्टी क्लॉज भी है। तो इसको स्ट्रीमलाइन करने के लिए कम्यूटर्स के लिए भी और कैब एग्रीगेटर और ओनर्स के लिए भी, ताकि एक सिस्टमेटाइज सिस्टम के अंदर, एक लीगल फ्रेमवर्क के अंदर ये सारा काम हो सके। और रश आवर्स में, पीक आवर्स में या मानसून में बारिश ज़्यादा हो जाती है वाटर लॉगिंग के कारण, उनको भी कई बार लगता था कि उनका टाइम ज़्यादा लगता है इस कारण, लेकिन उसमें मनमानी 4 टाइम्स 5 टाइम्स होता था, उसके ऊपर लगाम लगेगी।
आपको लगता है कि ये डिसीजन बहुत सोच समझ के लिया गया जो गाइडलाइंस इशू है, क्योंकि इसमें बेसिकली जो कम्यूटर्स हैं उनको यही जानना था कि कितना पेनल्टी लग सकता है इन पे, और कितना उनको हाइक हो जाता है जब भी पीक आवर्स होते हैं, चाहे वो बारिश हो। और 1.5 तब भी एडहियर नहीं होता था। तो अब कैसे मिनिस्ट्री इंश्योर करेगी कि एटलीस्ट जो डबल प्राइस ले रहे हैं उस तक ही ये कैब एग्रीगेटर्स रहें? क्या आपकी कैब एग्रीगेटर्स से भी इस बारे में बातचीत हो चुकी थी?
जब लीगल फ्रेमवर्क किसी बात का बनता है तो उसको पूरा करने की जिम्मेदारी दोनों तरफ की हो जाती है। तो और उसमें फिर पेनल्टी क्लॉजेस भी हैं, उसमें डेटरेंट भी है, उनके लाइसेंसेस कैंसिल करने की भी बात आती है, उनके ऊपर मॉनेटरी पिनल एक्शन भी लगता है। इसीलिए ये गाइडलाइंस दी गई हैं ताकि उसके अनुसार सारा इन कैब्स का सिस्टम रन कर सके। और इसके अलावा भी एक दिक्कत ये भी आती थी कि कैब बुक किया, उसको ड्राइवर ने अपनी मर्जी से कैंसिल कर दिया, उसके ऊपर भी कोई चेक नहीं था, कोई उसमें सिस्टम नहीं था। कम्यूटर के पैसे जरूर कट जाया करते थे, पर अब उसमें ये भी प्रोविज़न किया गया है कि अगर वो कैब ड्राइवर के द्वारा कैंसिल की जाएगी तो उसमें टोटल फेयर का 10% की कॉस्ट उनको भी पड़ेगी, अप टू द मैक्सिमम ऑफ 100 रुपीज़। सिमिलरली अगर कम्यूटर ने उसको कैंसिल किया है तो उनको भी देना पड़ेगा। पहले कई बार ऐसा भी हो जाता था, डिस्प्यूट के कारण भी होते थे कि कैब ड्राइवर उसको कैंसिल कर रहा था और कम्यूटर के ऊपर उसकी कॉस्ट पड़ रही थी।
तो कहीं ना कहीं कि कम्यूटर के लिए आपको लगता है कि ये एक ऐसा फ्रेमवर्क है जिसमें उसको दिक्कतों का सामना या ग्रीवेंस रिड्रेसल जल्दी हो जाए, ऐसा सिस्टम, ऐसी गाइडलाइंस इसमें आप कह रहे हैं, और कम्यूटर्स को बहुत अपनी जेब से पैसा नहीं निकालना पड़ेगा जो कि पीक आवर्स में निकालना पड़ता था। ये मंशा मिनिस्ट्री की है।
इनकन्वीनियंस भी कम होगी, रादर मैं कहूं कि वो खत्म होने की तरफ जाएगी, और उनके ऊपर जो बिना लगाए पेनल्टी पड़ जाती थी बिना कानून के फ्रेमवर्क के, उससे भी दूर होगा, और उसका एक लीगल फ्रेमवर्क में आने के कारण पूरा सिस्टम स्ट्रीमलाइन होगा।
So honestly, this surge in price, that is 2x of what you are paying already, I feel it's unfair to the regular commuters, because you know these apps are already coming up with these options like paying an extra tip to get a faster ride, and drivers don't usually accept rides without demanding extra cash.
They are going to make a profit, but it's going to actually impact them negatively, because if the customers, when they cannot afford the rides at the times it's actually needed, then there is no use in the business actually.
Nobody knows what's the real fair price, because now you have certain brands which say that you can negotiate from a certain benchmark and all that. Go for airports or railway stations, etc., or when you take a ride at a certain point of time, you still have surged prices anyway. Only thing is, like, yeah, of course, as a commuter you would feel that pinch in your pocket.